Even though there's a few people still coming in. I did want to, first of all, on behalf of Edgeworth and Wayne Malton and myself, thank you very much for attending tonight. We want to present as much information as we can in order for you people to hear what's going on and hopefully making some intelligent decisions with regards to the status of the company and where we'd like to go and how positive we think that is. I'd like to introduce a couple of people only because I think for those of you that do not know, are familiar, my name's Don Hurst. I'm chairman of Edgeworth Ventures, the public company out of Reno, Nevada, though I'm Canadian. For those of you that do not know, our vice president of Asia Pacific, he's here tonight. His name is Edwin. He's standing over by the exit where people are coming in. In case you want to talk to him after this, we also have Wayne Malton here, our VP of Marketing from Canada, who's going to be presenting after I've done my portion to you. Very positive, what we feel is just an extremely positive and beneficial solution to Edgeworth's problem. We also have our country manager here from Malaysia, and he's just by the exit. His name is Lee Kim Ha, so thank you, Lee, for coming. And we also have our country manager here from the Philippines, Flora, and I'm not quite sure where Flora is. But anyways, I don't see her hand, but she's around here anyways, believe me. So once again, thank you very much for allowing me to come over here to talk to you. I wanted to be here sooner than this, and I know that frustrated some people, but there was no sense coming over until we had a game plan in our head and some substance to what we were going to say, and we've rushed and done our due diligence to that point where we feel this is going to be a very positive meeting tonight for all that are present. We've had, I think we've already had 3 meetings today, mostly with the consultants and independent agents that work for Edgeworth in Singapore. This will be our first investor meeting. We have an investor meeting tomorrow night, same time. Not that anybody would really want to come back and get bored by hearing me twice. But if they do, certainly please come back tomorrow night. And then we're off to Malaysia for, I believe, 3 meetings, if not 4, in Malaysia, different parts of Malaysia. Just for those that don't know the structure of the company, the Edgeworth Ventures is a public company traded on the pink sheets in Reno, Nevada. The pink sheets essentially is a very low exchange where companies go to list and do an IPO or raise capital to start their company. So it's not a credible exchange as far as the NASDAQ exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, the Nikkei or anything like this. So that's where companies go. That's where we went to start this company. We originally, and we call the company Edgeworth. We did a capital raise. The company's approximately 5.5 years old. We did an initial raise and sold approximately 18.5 million shares in the company. The share values varied from very low prices up to much higher prices, and as much as time went on, the shareholders paid more for their shares rather than the first people that got in. The capital raised about little less than $6 million to start the company. That money was used to open 5 offices in Canada: Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, Saskatoon, and the head office, which is, let's say Toronto. It's not, it's just outside Toronto. And open offices in Asia, in Singapore, in Kuala Lumpur, and Manila in the Philippines, although the first office, I believe, was in Cebu. So there's 2 offices there, and there's now 3 offices in Malaysia. So I think that adds up to about 6 offices. There was an office in Taiwan for a very short period of time that we closed. So for those of you, that gives you a little background on the company. Who am I? I've been in business for about 44 years in Canada. I was educated in the United States. Came back to Canada and worked for a variety of businesses in Canada over those years. And 5.5 years ago, I was asked to come in on a part-time basis and be an advisor to the company. They had asked me after about 6 months, would I put my name forward to be chairman of the company. And basically that decision is made by the shareholders. It's a vote they take. So I need basically 51% of the shareholders to vote on supporting me to be chairman of the company. So in that sense, I'm an elected official by the shareholders. Since then, I have been elected each time. The last time there was an election, it was approximately, I believe, in the neighborhood of 80%, even though the company did have some challenges and whatnot. The shareholders felt that rather than bring somebody new in, not used to the operation, not used to land banking, not used to the development business, that they asked me to stay on in that capacity. I offered to bring somebody in, put them in my place, and act as an advisor to that person until they felt comfortable to be chairman of the company. That was rejected at that time. So anyways, this is where I am today. I'm proud to be in front of you, although I'm very humble about being here today. I want you to understand that. Canadians are pretty humble and conservative people. I have never in my life experienced any severe problems in a company and had success in a company until I got into Edgeworth. This is troubling me terribly, as much as it is you. I am very close and sincere to all the investors that call me, write me letters, and that I've met over the years coming to Asia. I feel absolutely awful with regards to the shape the company is and how it's affected the investors here in Asia. 65% of the investors in Asia are from Singapore. So I feel particularly bad because that's the majority of the people here. I do apologize on behalf of not only myself, the company, for the shape the company's in. There's a number of reasons for it. I will try to go through a chronological order what's happened to the company over the last 5.5 years. By no means are they excuses. Me and my staff certainly take responsibility for items that were our responsibility, and we've either made the wrong decision, mismanagement, but we feel very strongly, and we've worked very hard and diligently in trying to put a package together that will service a lot of people. And in my position, I not only have to be concerned about the investors in Asia, we have investors in Canada, and we have shareholders in Canada. I also have a very dedicated and loyal staff back in Canada that have worked very hard over the years. And I can tell you, everybody is working as hard as they can to keep this company in a position where we can go forward with our restructuring plan, and that you all can participate in getting your money back on your investment and a return on your investment. And that's the goal. Also, my responsibility is also to have a return for the shareholders at some time. So I have a dual goal, but I can tell you right now, in terms and level of importance to me and my staff, it is to address our concerns with the Asian investors. So I will try to give you a chronological history on the company to date. As I say, it was formed 5.5 years ago. We raised about $6 million, opened offices, Canada, United States, staffed them, and spent whatever money on all the administrative and semi-administrative costs that we need to open and start a company. With that, we were able to secure and finance the first piece of land, which was Derrick View Estates 1. That was our first product. We had marketed and sold here in Asia. Since then, we've marketed and sold 12 different UDI projects here in Asia, and the company also owns 8 different projects in Canada. So in total, Edgeworth owns 20 pieces of land. They're all in Alberta. They're all from, those that know the geography, they're all from the Edmonton area up through to Fort McMurray. That's called the Heartland area of Alberta. That's the oil and gas area that benefits from that infrastructure through oil and gas that's there. Things went very well with Edgeworth for the first 2.5, nearly 3 years. Our sales in Asia were tremendous. We could hardly keep up with it with regards to securing property for the next project to offer. Our sales in Asia, I think, started off with $9 million the first year. They went into the low 20s the second year, and I think they peaked as high as $30 million the third year. So things started off very quickly and very successfully in Asia. The Canadian market equally started off very well. We do have a variety of products in Canada. We also have our own UDI product in Canada. It's called Ellerslie Ridge, and it is just south of part of Edmonton City, but just south of Edmonton. We have, and I say we don't own them. They're independent corporations. We have Edgeworth Mortgage Investment Corporations. We have 2 of them. They're independent corporations, so I'm not here to talk about them. I'm here to address the issues with you. We also have a mortgage investment corporation called Biggs Avenue. So we have 4 other products that are all independent companies in Canada. I won't spend any time on the first 3 years. Coming into 2009, when the recession hit, the company was in relatively good shape from an asset standpoint and from a cash flow standpoint. We did have cash and had access to cash. The recession hit Canada very hard, hit Alberta, where all our land is,